Hi class, we are just a few days away from being finished with this program. I know you're excited just as much as I am, but I don't think we're as excited as my kids are to not have their mom be in school anymore. So I would like to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that I learned and some of the things that I feel are important about the program that we just completed. For starters, online would have been my only option, and many years went by that I knew I couldn't go back to school because of the family dynamics that I have as a military spouse of 20 years. There's a lot that goes into what my husband does, and sometimes his job comes first and then comes the family. But now that my kids were older, and the ASU developed this online program, not only for the MSW, but for people who did not have prior social work degree or experience. So um, here I am. I did well in the program. I feel like ASU gave me exactly what I needed, and I know that they did that because when I got to my first placement, I knew what they were talking about. So that clued me in. Now, I didn't know everything, but I knew a lot about what they were talking about. One of the things that I didn't know my first placement was how to integrate theory, and I remember getting docked on that from my practicum, my field instructor, and I was a little miffed. I thought, well, how are you supposed to do this? And then our second placement came and the projects came, and there was this big aha moment of, oh, this is how we integrate their theory with direct care, and we got to actually do it, not just read about it. And so it became real to me, and it became something that a tool that I could use and a conversation that I could lead because of the schoolwork that I had accomplished while in the ASU program. So number one, lessons learned: how to integrate theory with practice. Invaluable. Grateful for it as much as it just made my head hurt back in the summer to try to figure out how I was supposed to do this. But I did it. I did it with the help of fellow teachers at ASU and with my field instructor who helped me navigate the process. Second thing I learned in this program was how to ask questions. Without asking questions, I would not be here. I initially was supposed to start in the spring, no, in the fall of 2016, and we had moved back to Hawaii. And I was overwhelmed, and I thought, I am not going to be able to do this program. There's no way. There's too much going on in my world. So when I called to ask the question, they said, Anna, just defer it for 6 months. And I said, are you serious? I can do that? And they said, yes. So I was able to defer it for 6 months, get things in order with my world, and then start in the spring of 2017. So flexibility. Flexibility is what Anna Sterner needs in her world, and ASU was able to give me that, and I am grateful to that. Navigating my own path. I wasn't with ASU program. I was not. I didn't have to put it into a box and say, this is what you have to do, Anna. I was able to say, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to go out and find it. I'm going to go out and get it. And I wasn't stuck to a list of internships that ASU thought that I needed. They gave us the flexibility and the ability to decide for ourselves what we needed with parameters, obviously, but to be able to navigate and negotiate my own path gave me the ability to set up clinically focused internships, which is what I needed and what I wanted, and to in the areas that I wanted to do. So I was able to get a broad spectrum. There's a lot of you who already know what you want to do. I didn't know, so I knew I kind of had an idea that I liked working with families. So in my first internship, I worked at a child adolescent mental health hospital so that I could not only do direct care with children, but also with the families that were involved. And So I got to see what that looked like. And then the next opportunity, my second placement, was with the Army, and I got to work with active duty soldiers, which I've always been passionate about, and one of the things that I would love to be able to do more of. And I ventured into an area where I thought that I would never go, and that was substance abuse. So being able to incorporate that knowledge base into social work practice is invaluable, not only in the military world, but also in Alaska, where social workers and therapists very much need to have substance abuse knowledge. So being able to ask questions within the ASU program, but also outside of, you know, fellow MSWs in the area, hey, what do I need? Where should I pursue? And they were able to guide and direct me and advise me. So asking questions is invaluable. Building a support network. An online student has got to have some support, and a lot of you have your own support outside of where you work outside of the program. So you have that. I had nothing. I didn't even know another social worker, so I had to develop that, and I was able to through the group work that we were required to do. I found some and connected with some people that gave me their time, and now I'm able to text these ladies and ask them questions, and they give me feedback, and that kind of idea. When I got to my practicums and saw how much staffing people do with each other, I was super excited, because I want to be confident to work independently, but I also want to work as a team. And seeing that social work is about working as a team and about staffing and asking questions and gleaming from other people, it was so exciting to know that I'm going to continue down this professional path, but I don't have to do it alone. So being confident in what I do, ASU has provided me with the confidence that I need by challenging me to find my own internships and navigate my own path. They allowed me the opportunities to build support networks through groups, but my only critique on that is I wish that it would have happened more in the first year. Maybe not through group work, but through other online opportunities. I know that ASU is trying to look into different ways that they can connect us as students. But so asking questions, building a support network, and gaining confidence as a professional were the three lessons that I learned, and to also develop direct care skills, which is what I needed to do. I felt like I had the just the natural skills, but I needed to tie that in to theory and how that looked. And so I'm super grateful that that we were able to do that with the projects. And now I just have this big picture of what social work looks like, and I'm ready to tackle, many different opportunities. I've got several jobs. They're all a little bit different. One's a macro position. Another is direct care with inpatients, and another is an outpatient facility with family therapy. So at all three of those levels, I feel ready to take on any of those jobs. And I have ASU to thank for that. And I thank you, students, for hanging in there and for answering my questions and for giving me feedback, and the teachers for all their hard work and for developing a solid program that makes sense now. Thank you.